You know, I this is my first time ordering from this food truck, and to be quite honest, I'm a little bit taken aback by your tone, and now I'm kind of worried that you're going to do something to my food. I'm gonna do something to your. If I wasn't, dude, now I'm fucking gonna do something to your food. Going on, man? What's going on? Let me make sure that this is all fucking working. I made a video this week, the 25-minute video of a movie review, and no audio was recorded. So I had to do it twice, man. First world problems, I don't give a fuck. Still problems at the end of that sentence or phrase. Well, fucking hey, dude. I've got the lights fixed. You know, I got that quality shit now, right? I got that quality shit and that quality jacket. I'm only wearing this jacket because I'm selling it. I finally sold it. I mean, and you know, I want to have it documented that I owned this kind of piece of clothing at one point. Can you picture me, if you know me, even if you don't know me, can you picture anyone, dude, walking down the fucking street wearing this, dude? With the fucking, just like, what am I, dude? Fucking a Russian gangster, man. Fucking Nico Bellic from Grand Theft Auto 4 or something. I might as well be carrying a piece. You know, it is open carry in Texas. All right, I don't want to keep fucking looking over there. I'm just making sure that, you know, everything's top notch. What's going on, man? What's going on? Or woman? What's going on, man or woman? Trump supporter or Biden supporter, you know, or nonpartisan. If that's, I don't even know what that means, but I know that it's a thing. I know that it is a thing, dude. I'm not even gonna get. I'm not even gonna get into the debates. But dude, the debates, dude, the debate. I don't know why I said debates because I've only seen one debate, and who the fuck wants to watch the Kamala Harris Mike Pence one? It's like the UFC, the UFC card lineup. You know, does anybody watch the preliminaries and fuck, you know, it's like Khabib versus Conor McGregor. But if you tune in 3 hours early, you can watch fucking Joaquin Gonzalez against Denzel Johnson. And like, I'm sure they're fucking great fights, but you know, nobody's going to pay $150 pay-per-view to watch Joaquin Gonzalez against Denzel Johnson. So yeah, I don't even want to get into the debates, but the debate, dude. How's everyone doing, man? It's been a couple of weeks since I've been solo on this thing, and you know, honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. I've had a couple guests pop in, say hello, say what's up, and blow my mind. Hopefully, blow yours too. You know, I had Quan Win, dude. That fucking guy, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? I had Quan Win on my podcast. I had Philip McKernan, dude. Oh man, Jimmy Rex, you know, go down the list, dude. Go down the list. I can't wait to get more people on here. But I am excited to be back solo. I'm considering doing, you know, doing the regular Monday solo podcast and maybe adding the occasional Friday guest podcast. So if you have any thoughts on that, let me know, man. Leave a comment or message me on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, dude, and tell me, fuck yeah, dude, you should do two podcasts a week every now and then instead of fucking like not doing the solo when you've got a guest. Because I don't know, I enjoy doing both. And I've got, you know, the less solo podcasts I do, the more that I have to talk about when I come back. So it's a positive and it's a negative, you know. It is what it is. Like, dude, I got fucking 7, 8 bullet points on my list of things that I want to talk about. And yeah, man. I guess the now that I want to go off script, dude. I don't want to fucking, you know, I don't want to be that neglectful parent that like comes back and he's like, eat your vegetables, you know. I want to come back and be like, fuck, dude, what have I been doing with my children? And just be like, hey, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing today? You don't want your vegetables? All right, don't eat your vegetables. Don't eat your vegetables then. You want to watch a movie with dad? You want to watch Goodfellas? Let's go watch Goodfellas, buddy. You know, 9-year-old kid. That's what my fucking childhood was like. Like, dude, it's a product of both the fact that I lived with an older brother, or that I had an older brother, but also that he and I lived with our dad, like our single dad, for a couple of years before his girlfriend moved in. And dude, I don't know. It's like you get two kids with their single dad and spend the night at their single dad's apartment. What do you think is going to happen, dude? You don't think we're going to watch 8 seasons of Entourage at 8 years old? You know, dude, like I watched First Blood, dude. I watched the first Rambo movie when I was like 11. And yeah, dude, I thoroughly enjoyed it, right? I don't know how good it was for me, but can you believe I sold this fucking jacket, dude, for upwards of $100? It's been hanging in my fucking closet, right? And I've gotten offers for it on this Poshmark app, and I've been like, nah, that's not enough. But what isn't enough for something that's been sitting in my fucking closet, dude? Upwards of $100 isn't enough? Go fuck yourself. You know, it's a pandemic, dude. You don't have the spare change during a pandemic. At least not if you're me. Not if you're me, the Mexican. Dude, I've been working. I got a new job. I think I've filled you in on that. But I've started it. I'm working at a food truck, and boy, is it full of surprises, you know? Speaking of Entourage, dude, speaking of fucking Entourage, I didn't even mean to make these things line up, but speaking of Entourage, I think it was maybe my 3rd or 4th day there. I was still training at the food truck, and who do you think I saw across the fucking lot at the food truck park that I was at? Mr. Vinnie Chase. Dude, you haven't seen Entourage until you've seen Vinnie Chase in real life. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. Like, you don't know what Entourage is until you see fucking Adrian Grenier, whatever the fuck his name is, in person, dude. And you see him with his fucking stunningly beautiful girlfriend, wife, woman, whatever she is. And you're just like, dude, it's fucking, hey, Vinnie Chase. Hey, Vinnie. You know, like, I almost wanted to yell that out like I'm fucking Turtle, dude, or something. You know, for people that don't know this show, Turtle is like his sidekick buddy, one of his sidekick buddies. He's got like that New York accent. He's like, hey, Vinnie Chase. You fucking dude. And the guy hasn't aged. That's what's weird too, is that like, you know, Vinnie Chase, the last time that the last season of Entourage came out in like 2012, dude, I think. It's 8 years later. You know, he was probably in his early 30s when that ended. And now he's in his 40s. Dude, you know, like 40 years old. That's like a dad. And he still looks like a fucking stud, dude. That's what fucking Adrian Grenier looks like. He looks like Vinnie Chase. You know, it was almost like I was just watching, like, oh, Vinnie Chase, dude. He's got a beautiful woman by his side. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what else to say about it. I didn't say anything to the guy. I didn't want to bother him. That's just the kind of person that I am. But yeah, apparently he's got a house here in East Austin. And, you know, as I was leaving work, I saw him and his girlfriend getting into this kind of like semi RV truck thing. And I was like, dude, of course this fucking hipster Vinnie Chase guy is going to have a semi truck RV kind of like, you know, of course, dude. Of course. What is he going to have? A fucking BMW? That's not the kind of guy that he is. Right? And I know the guy because I've seen 8 seasons of Entourage, and I've seen the back of his head. So that I saw Vinnie Chase, dude. That's one thing that I've done at work. The other thing, I got a phone call yesterday. Not yesterday. I got a phone call a few days ago. And, you know, the shifts that I work at this truck, I work them by myself most of the time. Sometimes there's overlap, but it's only a couple of hours with another coworker, and then I'm by myself for, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours. And I get a phone call, right? And just context. We sell sort of like vegan food, right? So no animal products. I get a phone call, dude. I'm like, yeah, hello, this is fucking blah, blah, blah. What can I get for you? And the person is, and for some reason I remember it being a woman, but it could have been a guy, dude. I didn't get a name, and it sounded kind of like androgynous. So I'll just call it they. So they picks up the phone, or they answers, yeah, do you all sell sushi? Raw sushi? And I said, no, we don't sell raw sushi. And then they said, and then they said, so you don't sell sushi? And I said, no, we don't sell sushi. We only sell vegan food. And then they said, but that's what I mean. Do you sell raw vegan sushi? And I was like, first time I've heard of such a thing, but no, we don't sell raw vegan sushi, you know? And the person's looking at the menu, by the way. They're looking at the online fucking menu. So, like, you know, it's already like, what are you asking, dude? What are you fucking asking? I'm sorry. And so then the person cuts out, right? The signal in the truck is not the best. If you've ever worked a food truck job, you know this. Sometimes you gotta fucking Wi-Fi hotspot it just to take somebody's order. And so I'm like, all right, hello, are you there? And I get nothing. And I'm like, hello? Like fucking almost a minute goes by of me just like, hello, are you there? So I hang up, dude. You know, I've got other shit to do. I'm not just a fucking salesperson. And phone rings, same person. I answer the phone, and then they say, you know, this is my first time ordering from this food truck, and to be quite honest, I'm a little bit taken aback by your tone, and now I'm kind of worried that you're going to do something to my food. Uh, uh, I'm going to do something to your. If I wasn't, dude, now I'm fucking going to do something to your food. You know, like, what kind of fucking assumption is it? What are you living, dude, in the movie Waiter, dude, or Waited, dude, or whatever the Waiting with Ryan fucking Reynolds? What do you think? I'm gonna trim some of my pubes and sprinkle them over the microgreens of your salad, you piece of shit? I'm taken aback by your tone, and now I'm worried that you're gonna do something to my food. So frankly, dude, I wasn't in a mood. I'm in a mood right now telling this fucking story. But at the time, I was like, I'm kind of fucking taken aback by that sentence, dude. And so I said, oh, I'm not sure why you're taken aback by my tone or this conversation, but I can promise you I'm not going to do anything to your food. And this fucking they just is like, yeah, it's just kind of weird, you know? And I'm like, dude, go deal with your emotions elsewhere. I'm not your fucking caretaker. Like, what do you need me to fucking hold your hand and be like, no, honey, no, this is vegan, so no, we don't have sushi. And you're looking at the menu, so you would know if we had sushi. But that's a good question, honey. You know, like, dude, I could. It was very obvious that this person was projecting their own fucking shit onto me. And so they said, like, all right, well, I don't mean to be rude, but yeah, I just don't really feel safe ordering from you anymore. Is there anybody else I can talk to there? And I was like, no, I am the only person here right now. But you do not have to order if you don't want to. As I said, I don't know. I do not know where this is coming from, but I wouldn't do anything to your food. That's not the kind of person that I am. You fucking cunt. I should have added that on, dude. And then, I should have said, I'm not in, there's no fucking tone going on, blah, blah, blah. You fucking cunt. And then hung up the phone, dude. And seeing if they call back, right? I got to do that once, not exactly like that, but a different job that I had the opportunity of telling somebody, hey, you know what, buddy? I'm not giving you your fucking food, dude. You're acting up right now. You got to check yourself before you sell yourself. And I was like, you can walk out, dude. I'm canceling this order. You don't get to come back here. So go fuck yourself. So it's always fun, right? When you get the okay from your manager to do stuff like that, because there's people, man, that do not deserve to order from you. And you can only really understand that if you've worked at the food service industry. Yeah, man. And so dude, that just that woman was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm not gonna order then. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm fine. And I was like, yeah, you fucking do, you piece of shit. Go to fucking Sushi Nietzsche, dude. Go fucking, go to a sushi place if you want sushi. Who calls a motherfucking vegan restaurant to order sushi, dude? You want sushi? And you're calling somewhere that says plants and fucking vegetables on the menu? And you expect not to get pubes sprinkled on your food, dude? Well, that's just the kind of person that I am. But next time you call, you might not be that lucky. Because if it's not me that's answering, dude, you never know. All right. So, that's the kind of clientele that we get. That is the kind of clientele that we get at fucking this new job. Our apartment finally fixed the problems that we had. So my little meltdown was good for nothing. My little meltdown was good for nothing. Yeah, they fixed that's boring shit. But basically, everything's fixed except for every now and then the fire alarm will go off, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night because my brother wants to make himself a fucking bagel. What else, man? What the fuck else? It's been it's so disorienting, when all you do is just go work, come home, write, sit outside, read a book, see your friends, right? It's like the same kind of monotony. And I haven't been on a vacation, like gone somewhere, I think, since I went to Illinois. Yeah, that wasn't so long ago, but like I haven't been on a trip like myself, since Las Vegas, and that was more than a year ago. But I went to the cidercade with two of my friends, and I don't understand the pandemic logic there. I mean, the virus is a fucking not a hoax, dude, but you look at the CDC numbers for infection fatality ratio, and it's like the most vulnerable people who are 70 plus years old have like a 0.002%, 0.002 ratio of dying if they get it. And so it's like, what are we doing here? We're going to lock down the entire globe. But I went to the cidercade because for some fucking reason, an arcade can open in a pandemic. An arcade can open, dude. So I can't go sit at a bar where there are tables and everybody can fucking be at their table, or go to the bar and order a drink. I can't do that, but I can go to fucking an arcade that sells beer or cider, fucking and touch the fucking joystick that 7 other sweaty dudes touched to play Metal Slug 3. Like I'm 8 fucking years old again, and Dance Revolution, dude. Like I've got a fucking seizure going on in my brain. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All these people fucking smashing the goddamn pinball machines. There's no hand sanitizer, At least if you go to the gym, they've got little wet wipes that you can like wipe down, your mat or the weights or whatever. You go to the arcade, dude. No fucking nothing, dude. Nothing. Just there's no social distancing stickers on the floor. The machines aren't distanced from each other, It's all condensed. And they've got the racing games, they've got 4 seats right next to each other, and there's people just waiting, just fucking, when's it gonna be my turn? And it's like I guess if it's for play, then it's pandemic proof, or I don't know, dude. I don't know, but you know what I've realized about this whole pandemic? The reason that I hate the pandemic logic is because it reminds me of high school logic, where, you're like, hey, teach, how come I can't wear a fucking baseball cap in the classroom? And they're like, well, it's it's the rules, and it's rude to wear one under a roof. Rude, dude? Does it offend you? It doesn't offend you. Does it offend any of my fucking 15-year-old classmates who didn't even know that this was a rude, like, it's the rules, okay? Because I'm the fucking teacher, dude, and because the vice principal, if I don't do what they say, dude, I could get the finger, dude. That's what the pandemic is, right? It's scared teachers that don't want to disobey because they don't want to lose their jobs. And I just don't get it, You can have a fucking cidercade open, but you can't have a bar open. And yeah, that's all I've got to say about that, man. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, but I guess it is what it is, right? It's where we're at in this country. So you just gotta fucking watch movies, I guess, and suck your fucking thumb and then hope for the best, When do I get to go back outside? I watched a movie. I watched a movie the other day with my brother. I watched that movie, Charlie Kaufman's new movie, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And no, Mom, if you're listening to this podcast right now, I'm not actually thinking of ending things. That is just the name of the movie, dude. And I've got to say, man, I'm gonna spoil it. So if you haven't seen it and you're just like 2 months later, you still haven't seen it, go fuck yourself, dude. But if you don't want spoilers, then jump ahead 5 minutes, more like 7, because I'm long-winded with this. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Basically, a woman goes to her boyfriend's parents for dinner to meet them for the first time, right? But not everything is what it seems. Dude, the first hour of this movie is amazing. Like it's advertised, it says you'll be scared, but you won't know why. And I'm watching this, and the woman's got some kind of fucking mental health disorder. And I'm thinking she's schizophrenic, multiple personalities, bipolar, all of it. She gets to the parents' house, and there's like a basement door that's locked, and it's got scratches on it. It's got blood. And the parents walk down, and they're like old. And then they go sit at the dinner table, and they're like younger. So you're like, all right, what the fuck is going on here? So let me strap in. And then they're having dinner, and the parents are bizarre. They're like, having like seizures and twitching and all this kind of shit. And then it gets weird, right? Like the woman sees a picture on the wall that's supposed to be her boyfriend when he was a boy, like a little boy, but it's her. And so she's like, the fuck, dude? Did I live here or something? Like, what's going on? And then like at one point she's having dinner, she turns around and everybody's gone. And she's like, hello, dude? Hello? And nobody's there. And you're just like, dude, okay, shit's getting weird. shit is about to go down. And in my head, at this point, I'm like, all right, dude, she's schizophrenic. This isn't gonna end well, you know? She starts walking around, dude, and then there's this sequence where she sees the dad and he's like young again, and then she sees her boyfriend and he's fucking like pushing on a like medical cart that his old mom is dying on now, and like you see sort of life happening at various stages, right? And so I'm thinking, here's my theory, because the boyfriend isn't acknowledging any of this, and she's not asking the parents, right? Because she's trying to make a good impression. And so my theory at that, as up to that point, is she is schizophrenic, and this personality of hers that she's embodying right now is just another one of her like mind trips or whatever. So everybody's playing along, right? The boyfriend is really like her brother, and he's just saying like, "Oh yeah, like haha, we're dating or whatever," because he's not gonna say, you know, "Oh hey, you're freaking out right now." So he's just going along with it. So that's my hypothesis, is that she's having mental breakdowns and she's schizophrenic, and they're just playing along with it, right? And because they leave to go, they leave the house for some reason, right? And the dude is like, hey, we got to go do this other thing, so it'll just be a minute. And they stop to get like milkshakes or something, and then she's like, I want to go fucking home, I have to finish my paper or something. And you can see that her boyfriend is like, doesn't want to tell her the truth, which is, you're not going to go home because home doesn't exist for you, because you're actually my sister, dude, and that fucked up house that you just were in for a couple of hours, you grew up there, and that is your life, and you thought that you were my girlfriend and that you had your own independent life from all of this. But it turns out you're part of this dysfunctional family because you have this mental health disorder like my fucking parents and like me. And I was like, fucking sold, dude. This is going to be an amazing ending. This is going to be one of the best movies I've ever seen. Charlie Kaufman at his finest. And then they go to his high school, and then there's a dance sequence, and then it turns out that she was a figment of his imagination. She was a woman that he saw at a bar at one point in his life and had a hard time letting go of the idea of her. So he wrote about what it would be like if she had actually entered my life and become a part of it. And so all this whole investment just fucking, just fucking, the whole movie, you're just watching it like, and then they tell you that, and you're just like, just fucking, turns out she doesn't exist, and you just watched somebody's fucking ruminations. Why, dude? That's my question, is why? Why did I watch something that isn't real? Like, I know I'm watching something that isn't real because I'm watching a fucking Hollywood movie. But why do I care if none of this happened? Oh, well, because, it's trying to explore alternate realities and your dreams and no, 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 no. You know what it should have been is that she was schizophrenic and she had made up this whole scenario in her head that they drove 3 hours to get to the house and that she was meeting the parents for the first time and that her brother was her boyfriend. And, you know, I'm getting fucking goosebumps just talking about this idea. Like the first the first hour feels like a horror movie, like a slow build horror movie. And it should have kept going. You know, it should have been, hey, you know, Miranda or whatever her name was, you live in the basement because you're fucking psychotic. And then just fucking watch her lose her shit. You know, like that's the gut punch that I was waiting for, that I saw coming. I was like, dude, she doesn't have a home to go back to. This is her home. That's why she keeps seeing evidence that she is a part of this family. You know, she talks about being a painter and she goes down to the basement and she sees oil paintings all down there and you're like, dude, you're in for a reckoning. And I don't think there would be anything scarier than a movie that tackled mental health disorders head on, dude. Head fucking on. You know, it was the same feeling I got from Hereditary, where, you know, first hour and a half, you're like, you know, you're scared for your life because the mother is a psychotic person that is torturing her family because she is mentally unhealthy. And then it just turns out that it's some fucking cult bullshit from the devil. It's like, really? I've seen this played out 100 times before. You know, what? Why, dude? You had such a good premise. Why? Tell me, please, why, dude? Why doesn't anybody commit to making a movie about somebody that's got schizophrenia, dude? There's actually, you know what the best movie about this is? Go look up Adult Swim, unedited footage of a bear. It's like a 10 to 12 minute short. And go look up that, dude, and then smell your underwear. Just go watch unedited footage of a bear, Adult Swim, and then smell your underwear. And tell me what it smells like in the comments below. Tell me what your underwear smells like in the comments below after you've watched unedited footage of a fucking bear, Adult Swim. Don't watch I'm Thinking of Ending Things. If anything, watch up until they leave the house for the first time or whatever. When they get back in the car, you can stop watching it there. Or when they get to the high school, just stop watching. Do not watch the dance sequence. Please, I implore you, it is a much better movie if you do not watch the whole thing. Sorry, Charlie Kaufman, but your pretentiousness got the best of you. Your pretentiousness got the best of ye. Yeah, man. I'm doing this fucking the podcast on Zoom now, so I don't know what time I'm at. Oh, I'm at 40 minutes. Nice. Making good time. What else, man? What else is going on? I did Spanish subtitles for one of the guests that I had on, for Philip McKernan. And I would never take a job working as a translator for a fucking transcript translator. No, dude, never. I thought it was going to take me a couple of hours. It took me like 9 hours to translate an hour-long thing. And it made me hate my life for a couple of days. But, you know, it was so that my dad could watch that interview, because, you know, a lot of the discussion that I had with Philip was about my dad. And I thought, maybe if he hears it from a professional, maybe then he'll understand, you know? Maybe then you'll understand and you'll love me, Dad. Maybe then you'll care. Dude, it's getting fucking warm in this bedroom. And I've even got the fan turned on. I've even got the fan turned on. You know, if you repeat words, you, I don't know. I watched the debates. Said I wasn't going to get into it, but I can't not get into it, man. And it's not for the reasons that you think. You know, I asked my brother's girlfriend, did you watch the debate? And she said, I don't hate myself. And I get it, dude. You know, I get it. If you're super invested, in the fucking outcome of these elections, then I can see how watching the debate would be frustrating, especially if you're a Biden fan. Because let me tell you, what I watched, dude, was fucking Joe Biden get shit on. I watched him get shit on by Trump, and I watched him get shit on by himself, man. Oh, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to watch Joe try to have a debate. To be frank with you, it was heartbreaking. And you know, I'm not a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter. I am, if I think that bipartisan means what I think it means, I'm bipartisan, you know. I don't care. But that being said, I also have to say, I don't feel the hatred toward Donald Trump that people feel. And it's weird. You know, it's like, it reminds me of when I was in senior year of high school and I started reading Tucker Max's books. And I told my teacher, she asked me, who's your favorite author? And I said, Tucker Max. And she was like, really? Tucker Max? That asshole? And I was like, I mean, it's not my job to defend him, you know? I don't feel the hate toward him that you feel, though. And, you know, I tell my mom, when he started doing his podcast, The Mating Grounds, I was like, hey, he's got some really good advice for young men. You should check it out because it's very influential in my life. And she said, well, do you know that he recorded himself having anal sex with a girl? And all right, I guess you hate the man and you can't consume anything, right? But you'll still go watch a Woody Allen movie. You'll still go watch a fucking what's that Polanski film, you know? It's the I don't feel hatred toward Donald Trump, and that's just the facts, you know. That's my truth. And that doesn't mean that he's a good guy. That doesn't mean that I think he's a good guy. That just means that when you're sitting there, if you're one of the people that is, you know, if you're one of the women that on Hinge that whose profile says you should not go out with me if you don't hate Trump. I don't feel the way that you feel. And And honestly, here's what I'm starting to think. The people that despise Donald Trump, like people that go out of their way to feel angry toward Donald Trump, it's for two reasons. It's because at some point in their life, the men in their life disappointed them or let them down, and Donald Trump reminds them of that. And reason number two that you hate Donald Trump is because you hate yourself. That's about as plain and simple as I can really put it. Because, yeah, I don't like, and I don't mean hate the things that he's done. You know, if you don't like the things that he's doing, that's fine. But if you hate him, like as a person, and you don't think that he's fucking hilarious, dude, I do. And it's not a political thing, man. Like, let's put politics aside. You know, let's put our shields and our lines that we've divided each other with. Let's put all that aside, dude. When Joe Biden said, I'm actually for policing, more policing, and Donald Trump was like, you just lost the radical left. Dude, that's like perfect timing and a perfect comeback, and you know, or a perfect perfect burn. You know, man, he had so many of those. And the other thing is, people that say, you know, he's not allowed to interrupt because it's in the rules. It's like, clearly he's allowed to because he did it the whole fucking debate, and all he had to put up with was this Chris Wallace puppet saying, Mr. President, you're not supposed to. You signed this agreement and you said you were going to go about the rules. It's like, dude, can you fucking mute his microphone if he's breaking the rules? Otherwise, if there's no consequences, he's going to keep doing it. He's going to keep doing it, dude. Oh, I feel so bad for people. That's what I mean. The two reasons that you hate Donald Trump is more of that is like, he's getting away with something, and maybe in your life you don't get away with things because you're too afraid to try, or I don't know, man. Like, I'm not bothered by him fucking interrupting Joe Biden because nothing is being done about it. And so it's like, all right, if this shouldn't be happening, someone should do something about it. But if they don't, they're allowing it, you know? And yeah, man. I mean, I tuned into the debate like I was tuning into the fucking Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight. You know, I had puffed Cheetos, dude, a 6-pack of Oreos, and yeah, I was ready, man. I was like this, man. I was like, ooh, we're about to get into this, man. We're about to see some takedowns. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. If you feel really bad about what happened, if you couldn't watch it, if you can't, you know, however you feel about it, just know that I care about you. And that just because I enjoyed watching it and laughed my ass off doesn't mean I think that Trump is a good person or that he's got good politics or whatever. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person, you know. Doesn't mean I've got a fucking MAGA hat in my closet next to the jacket that I'm gonna sell so that I can buy a MAGA hat. But yeah, I can't wait to watch the next one, man. And the one argument I have heard is like, if you're upset about the debate, it's the people that have gotten us here. If you like, we asked for this, and it's like, dude, I didn't watch the Kim Kardashian shows and all the reality TV that led up to this, but I'll watch this, dude, because this is the main event. This isn't fucking Joaquin Gonzalez against Denzel Johnson, you know? This is the title, the fucking main event of the title card. And yeah. I just wish people could enjoy it. It almost feels like a Louis C.K. special when that came out, where it's like, I get that he fucking, you know, just fucking on people that he wasn't supposed to or something. But like, his comedy's still top fucking notch, you know? And if you enjoy comedy, you're missing out. Yeah. And so, like, even if I hated Trump, I would still be like, dude, this has entertainment value. But I understand, man. I understand if you don't appreciate that kind of humor and whatnot and blah blah fucking blah blah. I do, so hate me for it. What else, man? What else? I'm reading this book. It's called Wasted. Fucking of course it's too bright, dude, and it's a fucking white cover. Nah, you're not gonna be able to see it, dude. Whatever. That's just how my fucking light works, I guess. It's a good book. I don't know. There's not much there. It's called Wasted by Maria Hornbacher, recommended to me by Miss Erin Tyler or Mrs. I never know which one is correct to use. I remember when I was a young boy, someone told me, I think it was my mom, that Miss is for someone that no longer is with the person that they were with. Or no. Miss is when you still are married, but Mrs. is when you're not, because you miss that person. You do, I don't know. I don't remember the logic, but it was one of those like little tricks to remember which one was which. And it only confused me more because I was like, oh, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson miss her family. Miss Johnson miss her family. But Mrs. Johnson misses her family too. But yeah, Erin Tyler recommended Maria Hornbacher's Wasted, and it's amazing. It's fucking devastating, but it is inspiring, and it is. I've started writing a new book, and I'm trying to switch things up a little bit. I'm trying to do things a little bit differently with this book than I've have in the past. You know. What else, man? I don't know what else has been up. Soccer's back. The new season, I guess. There's that whole Lionel Messi drama. But now we get to watch a convict play for us. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss, dude. I don't even know what else is up. My flight got canceled. I'm going to Cancun in November. And all I'm taking to Cancun for 10 days is like a school backpack. I don't know why. I just decided, you know, I am going to just take my phone and my Kindle, but I'm going to have my phone completely off for the entire trip. And I don't know, I'm going to do like a little kind of retreat from technology. I'm going to try to just get all the podcasting set up so that it automatically goes up while I'm away, and just take, you know, a couple underwear, a couple t-shirts, and a couple shorts, bathing suit, and just fucking, that's it, man. I don't know. I'm really excited. I wish that it had been October and not November, because now I got to wait another month, and I feel like I am very, the trip is due for me. But you know, it is what it is. First world problems, right? It was my birthday yesterday, man. It was my birthday yesterday, and I worked. My brother made me a chocolate cake. He made me a fucking, you know, like a fucking this big of a chocolate cake, man. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because I'm not going to eat a whole fucking chocolate cake, man, by myself. Are you kidding me? But there's a part of me that feels bad just like throwing it away. I don't know. I thought about going over to the homeless village by the grocery store and just donating it. But I was like, I can't carry a cake in my backpack on my bicycle, and I'm not going to walk fucking 2 miles with a chocolate cake in 90-degree weather. People are going to think I'm wearing blackface if I do that. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's weird. It's weird that I don't have more to talk about, because it's been so long. You know, it's been so long. But I guess that's it. I guess that's the podcast. What am I at? What am I fucking at? 56 minutes? Yeah, right. Why bore you? Why not just end it soon and have it be more packed, more condensed? I'm doing this little newsletter every week, and that's sendfox.com/NIKOAGF. If you're not signed up, I send a little writing prompt every week for people that are interested in writing but don't really have that push to come up with a reason to write. I give you a reason to write every week, and you can share it with me by responding to the emails that I send out, or not. It's really just for people to start writing. And I also share some, you know, I don't want to say content, but there's some things that I don't share anywhere else that I share on the newsletter, just because it feels a little bit more private, you know, like I'm writing to you individually. And so sendfox.com/NIKOAGF, that is how you sign up for the newsletter. And if you're watching this, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, please subscribe or like or leave a comment or interact with this however you like to interact with this, because it's good to know that somebody's out there listening. And it's also, you know, it's not just for me, this is for you. So if you were like, dude, the debates, politics, nah, comedians are ruining their careers because that's all they talk about now, don't be one of those guys. You know, leave a comment saying that, and maybe I'll listen to you, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll make fun of you next time I'm on this fucking show. I'm coming up on a year of sobriety. Well, when I say sobriety, what I really mean is marijuana sobriety. And I watched, after the debate, I was hanging out with my buddy and his roommate, and they fucking brought out a pipe and started smoking weed. And dude, it feels good when you say no to that kind of thing. They weren't offering, but it feels good when I like say no to myself. But I have to admit, there's been this little part of me that's just like, dude, oh man, just that one little hit, dude, when you start to dude, you feel like you sink into your fucking, right? You sink into your chair and you just fucking like lose yourself. There's something romantic, especially now that I've got a patio. Dude, just roll my fucking joints. Just roll my fucking joints, go sit out at the patio. And dude, maybe someday, who knows? Will I ever smoke again? That's the question. But I want to get to a year. I want to at least get to a year. And maybe it'll be like Coca-Cola. You know, I had a real serious problem with Coca-Cola growing up. Drank about 1 liter a day at least. And then one year I was like, no more soda for me, no more potato chips. And I did it for a full year. And then I picked it back up. And somewhere through the years, I am now at a point in my life where I can like drink a Coca-Cola at the movie theater, and I don't then go to the grocery store and buy like a 24 pack of Coca-Cola cans, you know? So maybe at some point in my life, I'll be able to smoke a joint every now and then without going off the rails. But that's the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting everything, whatever I do, whatever it is that you support. And I'll see you next week. So take care of yourself out there. Take care of your loved ones, and take care of this. Take care of this, but also take care of this. I'll see you next week.